If you're gonna play the guitar, you've gotta know some chords. That just means you strum notes on several strings at a time. Chords are usually used as part of the accompaniment to a song. You strum along on the chord to support the singer or the solo. Let's try strumming all 6 strings at once to start. Now you try it. Nicely done. Let's bring in your fretting hand and try to make a more useful chord. Take your second finger, your middle finger, and put it on the 2nd fret of the A string. You'll need to arch your finger some so that you're only pressing the string down with the very tip of your finger. If you use the side, you might end up muting some of the other strings. Now let's pick each string and make sure each one is sounding out clearly. Keep your finger down the whole time. Good. Now strum the whole chord. Try it now. Put your second finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, then strum all 6 strings. Amazing! Now keep that 1 finger chord going, and let's add a 2nd finger in there. You've already got your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. Now put your 3rd finger, your ring finger, on the 2nd fret of the D string. Since you're on the same fret on 2 strings right next to each other, it might feel like a tight squeeze at first, but don't worry, there's plenty of room. Your 2nd finger will go right in the middle of the fret, but your 3rd finger will need to get wedged in there between your 2nd finger and the fret wire. Trick is to make sure it isn't touching any other strings. Now you try it. You got that one down. Cool. Let's see if we can get just 1 more finger in there. So, you've already got your 2nd and 3rd fingers down on the A and D strings. Now if you put your 1st finger down on the 1st fret of the G string, E minor becomes E major. This chord comes up all the time in all genres of music, so it's a great one to get under your fingers. And again, the thing here is to make sure that your fingers only touch the strings they're supposed to touch. Touch any others, and you'll just end up muting them. Let's play through all the strings again to make sure you're getting all the notes you paid for. Good. Now strum it. Try it at your own pace. Outstanding. Now that your fretting hand has some stuff it can do, let's go back to the strumming hand. Usually you're going to hold down the chord, then strum some pattern until you get ready to change the chord. So it's really your strumming hand that's in charge of rhythm. You can strum a chord down, or you can strum a chord up. Usually you'll use a mix of both together. Let's just try going down, up, down, a bunch of times. Okay, try playing it now. That was awesome. You're ready for the practice track now. Here goes. If you're gonna play the guitar, you've got to know some chords. Tremolo just means to play a note over and over again really fast. There isn't a whole lot to it. You just keep on picking. The real trick is not to tense up. Also, it might help to tilt the pick a little bit so it's hitting the string at more of an angle. Let's just try that. That was almost too perfect. All right, now we'll drop that tremolo into a full guitar riff. Here's the riff again. Listen to it, then play it. Now your turn. Sweet. You're ready to apply this to a practice track now. Here goes. Now, let's get going on palm mutes. Touch the strings close to the bridge with the edge of your hand to mute them a little bit. Try it now. Something's up this one. Usually you'll get several palm mutes in a row, so let's try repeating it a few times. Play it now. Let's try that again. Here's that riff again. Excellent. Now here's a riff built out of palm mutes. Here's the riff again. Listen to it, then play it. Okay, you play now. Amazing. Let's check out another palm mute riff. Here's the riff again. Listen to it, then play it. Play it now. Let's try that again. Here's that riff again. Let's try that a little slower and then build up your speed. Let's slow that down and then build up your speed. Excellent. Here's a riff that shifts back and forth between palm mutes and regular notes. Just lift up your hand when the regular notes come along. Listen to this riff one more time before you play it. Now your turn. Let's try that again. Here's that riff again. Let's try that a little slower and then build up your speed. Let's try that a little slower and then build up your speed. Let's slow it down for a minute. You've got that one down. You ready for the practice track now? Here goes. decent performance. Another really beautiful sound you can make with your guitar is a harmonic. You get this sort of bell-like tone by lightly touching the string right over the fret wire. Don't press down. Your finger just kind of hovers, barely making contact. Then, after you pick the note, let it ring out. Give it a shot. Amazing! Harmonics only work at certain points on the fretboard. The most common are the 12th, 7th, and 5th frets. Here's one at the 7th. Sounds like your finger is hovering just a little too much. It needs to place your finger lightly on the low E string, right over the 7th fret wire. Sounds like your finger is hovering just a little too much. Place your finger lightly on the low E string, right over the 7th fret wire, and play the string. Sounds like your finger is hovering just a little too much. It needs place your finger lightly on the low E string, right over the 7th fret wire, and play. Sounds like your finger is hovering just a little too much. It needs to actually touch. Place your finger lightly on the low E string, right over the 7th fret wire, and play the string. Sounds like your finger is hovering just a little too much. It needs to actually touch the string. Something still sounds a bit off. Let's go over the fundamentals again. Harmonics can be a little tricky. There's some finesse to getting the finger position just right. With a really gentle touch, place your finger right over the 7th fret. And that means right over the wire, not between them like when you normally fret a note. You want just a tiny single point of contact, not a whole lot of flesh touching the string. Keep lightly touching there, and then pick the string. After you pick the note, lift up your finger and your harmonic will keep ringing out. It's got a really nice little tone to it. Try it now. Sweet. All right, let's see how you might use these harmonics in a riff. Here's the riff again. Listen to it, then play it. Play it now. Perfect. You're ready to apply this to a practice track now. Here goes. could be better. Sometimes you might want to do a really big bend. Here's one that goes up 3 half steps. Try it at your own pace. Awesome! Here's a riff with that supersized bend. Here's that riff again, but let's just listen to it. You can play after that. Okay, try playing it now. Great job. You won't get very far playing rock guitar without learning power chords. Power chords on electric guitar are one of the cornerstones of the rock sound. Luckily, they're not too hard to do, and there's just one main shape to learn. So why don't we just dive in? Here's a basic power chord. Let's go ahead and give that a shot. Let's try that. Amazing. Let's try one built off the A string. It's not too different, but with this one, you'll need to mute the low E string with the tip of your first finger. Now you try it. Nailed it! Here's a riff putting those 2 power chords together. Here's that riff again, but let's just listen to it. You can play after that. Okay, you play now. That was good. Using that same basic power chord shape, you can add one more note to get a slightly beefier sound. Still making that same C power chord shape, add your pinky to the 5th fret of the G string. This is an octave higher than the low note of the chord, so it just kind of reinforces that. Give it a shot. Nicely done. When the lowest note of the power chord is on an open string, you don't have to worry about fingering that one. Give it a shot. Great job. Here's a riff that combines some of these power chords. You can alternate strumming up and down, or just use all downstrokes if you want a more aggressive feel. Here's the riff again. Listen to it, then play it. Now your turn. Let's try that again. Okay, now let's put it all together in a song. Here goes. Amazing performance.